Welcome, 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 New Orleans Saints fans. Welcome as we get ready to play the Atlanta Falcons. We're getting set to play the Atlanta Falcons. This is the co-host of the Baddest Sports Show podcast. This is, it's Big E, man. It's Big E. Every 504. How y'all doing? You can hit the link in the chat and you'll be able to come on, and we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about last week, because last week a lot of us were very upset. A lot of us felt very depressed last week. Okay, a lot of depression about last week. Last week was just bummer of a week. I mean, it was terrible. Um, a lot of you guys got what you wished for you. A lot of you guys wanted Dennis Allen. I believe Dennis Allen was the scapegoat. There were many more problems to this football team than just Dennis Allen. But what happens when you lose? What happens? You notice, Nas, when you lose, it starts with it starts with the football coach. So unfortunately, for Dennis Allen, he had to take responsibilities for the team losing. Anytime that Mrs. Benson had to step in and take over the duties in firing, and something that Mickey Loomis did not have the balls to do, and she had to step in and fire. Shout out to T Mama and Jerry G in the house. She did something that Mickey didn't have the balls to do, and
Mm-hmm.
Mickey kept making excuses, and he's continuously making excuses.
I
He's
saw that.
really not holding the team accountable. I understand the injuries happen. Unfortunately, injuries happen in the NFL. There are multiple teams that have major injuries, and they still find a way to at least compete or win football games. The Saints were not competing, Nas. A lot of these last few games, we were getting blowed out. We were getting blowed out. So Mickey Loomis, shut the hell up. We don't want to hear about your excuses, Mickey. A lot of Saints fans are done with your rhetoric. But just like I said on the group, that when we're talking about, yes, we need to get rid of Mickey Loomis, but unfortunately, Mickey Loomis is tied in the organization.
I
He's
hate to bust
tied
all
in the
y'all nuts and
organization.
balls. That's just not gonna happen.
The
Money
only
Mickey
thing
ain't
going
getting
to happen to
fired.
Mickey is he
He either
might
gonna
get
step
promoted
down or he's gonna get promoted upwards. That's
to
it.
president or something like that. And I don't understand why Saints fans cannot see that. I don't understand. And I understand where we get angry, we get upset, we get we're very passionate fan base. But you
Yep.
got to be realistic about the whole situation.
What we all our fan base is worse than Dallas fans. With
Oh
us,
man, it's got to
nothing
be bad.
is never enough. Nothing is never enough for us.
I mean, they
We look
fired the
for the
damn
whole
coach and
world.
they still complaining.
They just about what about Mickey Loomis? Mickey ain't going nowhere. He either
Mickey's
gonna
not
step
going nowhere.
down.
I don't know how many times we talked about this, and a lot of this has to do with his ties in the agreement before Tom Benson passed away. You have to
Exactly.
understand, before Tom Benson passed away, they had a legal team to stop his granddaughter from getting the football team. The granddaughter was trying to get the football team, and Tom Benson's legal team stepped in. Dennis Lauscher, Greg Belson, and Mickey Loomis are a part of a team that is with his wife. And something happened. If something happened to his wife, Mickey is a part of the movement of finding new ownership. He's even part owner of the team. He has stake in the team. See, a lot of guys, you guys got to look under the blueprint, and you guys got to really go see, instead of just. I mean, I don't think we do homework on our own franchise. I don't think we do.
We don't.
They go look at the lawsuit that Rita LeBlanc Benson was trying to do to take the team from her grandfather, and her grandfather protected himself by putting these men around him and his wife. So it's going to be very hard to get rid of Mickey Loomis, y'all.
It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Not unless he steps down, unless he goes up. I just
And
don't
that
think
is
it's
it.
happen.
That is it. That's just the honest reality. For as far
And
as Dennis Allen go, hey, that was a big one. I said you just knew that was gonna happen. Cause two things. He deserved to get fired. At the same time, the dude didn't even desire the job because he knew this is what was gonna happen. So he basically got okey doked by Sean Payton, and we got okey doked by Sean Payton right when he was about to go out the door.
well, nobody wants to talk about that. And every time I bring up
Mm-mm.
when I bring up Sean Payton, people get very upset about
Everything but
how
that
Sean
Sean
Payton
Payton.
was.
Everything but Sean Payton.
Well,
Sean
Sean
Payton is
Payton was
this.
looking to be the Miami Dolphins coach, and he was trying to sneak behind. The NFL had blocked the trade of him trying to go to the Miami Dolphins.
And he was tempting to coach, and he was tempting to recruit Brady to go out there, which is
And yes, see, people don't remember that. He was trying to get
I ain't forgot
Tom
about
Brady
that.
over to Miami, and he was trying to leave New Orleans, and he knew that Dennis Allen, he is the one who talked to Dennis and told Dennis, hey man, you should go with, he talked to Mickey, told Mickey, you should go with Dennis Allen. He's the most qualified for the job. He gave us
We
that.
could at least kept Rick.
Mickey, Sean Payton, his arrogant ways, he don't want to see nobody better than him. He's not going to push the Saints to go
My
get
God.
somebody better than him. Come right after he leaves, get somebody that's going to be a
We
better
could have
coach.
been stuck
That's
with
his
Rizzy
arrogance.
as interim. We could have been stuck with Rizzy as interim because at least the players respond to him.
Right.
Why
So
would you put a guy who the players don't respond to at all? And it was from Jump Street. Something was off.
well, you
The
know,
players are not
last year,
responding
that
to
last year
Dennis Allen.
game, and we heard this from James Hurst. That last game of the season was a tall tale of what happened when James Hurst said that when Jameson then ran the score up. He said it wasn't. He said we were wrong. He said you just shouldn't have let the national people know we were wrong. You should have stand behind us and maybe chew us out in the locker room. But for you to sit up there and apologize, that
To
was when he lost the team. He apologized and made
that
the
was stupid.
he didn't back his
That
football team.
really did it. That what did it last year where he really should have got fired because of the fact of what head coach in Saints history
Apologize.
has ever apologized to our chief rival, former head coach who's now the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. Who do that?
We've seen this. Sean Payton. We bring him up. Sean Payton was accused of running the score up last week. And Sean Payton told them, get over it. This is not he told them, get over it. This is not high school football. He said, this is not Biddy Park ball. He said, you want to stop us, you got to stop us. If you want us to not run the score up, you got to stop us. Mama T in the house. T
Mm-hmm.
Mama in the house.
You got to earn your keep in the NFL.
You got to earn your keep. And, the Saints game, we're going to get to the Darren Rizzi elevation. What do you think about Darren Rizzi? What do you think about him as a coach? The Saints went in a different. This is the first time that the New Orleans Saints have fired their head coach since 1980 in the season. The Saints have never fired their head coach in season since 1980. So what do you feel? Now, that's a change by itself, Nas. That's a
Mm-hmm.
change by itself. But I want to ask you, Nas, what do you think about Darren Rizzi?
I love his approach. I love his energy. Because you can just tell by the way he approaches, that is what me and multiple people have been saying. He is a player's first coach. Just go look back at that last year game against Atlanta. That man was about to get straight in Arthur Smith face when he cussed out Dennis. I'm like, hey, you ain't finna talk to my head coach like that. Now let Rizzi have been the head coach then. Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. I
Yeah,
said, "Uh-oh,
well,
Rizzy
you know
backing up the team."
Darren Rizzi has done this before.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Miami Dolphins interim coach. He has been in the league for a very long time. He's done it twice. And Darren
Mm-hmm.
Rizzi, he's a guy that Sean Payton loved. He's energetic. He's very energetic. He's very motivated,
He holds his players accountable because he's that
and
type of
he
coach.
hold his players accountable.
You
Okay,
ain't gonna go to the sideline where you ain't finna go to the sideline where you ain't finna hear Rizzy. It's gonna be like Sean Payton. You ain't going to the sideline where he ain't finna cuss you out.
and that's what we're missing. We're missing that guy that's going to get in the player's face.
He gonna let you know. At the same time, he's doing it out of love because he cares about the game.
I'm hearing some background noise.
Us there.
Okay, that's better. Okay, and so we're now the Saints. We're asking the question: what Saints fans think about Darren Rizzi, and what happens if Darren Rizzi goes on a streak and he somehow, one of the moves that I saw him doing was making Alvin Kamara a captain. Why was Alvin Kamara not a captain of this freaking football team in the first place?
Then
This
that
is this,
was
this is
yep,
unbelievable.
yep. He been did that,
Did he
and like
not
that's
want to be captain when Dennis was the coach? Because all of
exact
a sudden he's the captain.
exactly. It was depressing because look at the way Alvin Kamara's tone has went in that interview when he literally spoke about the coaching change. Alvin Kamara was motivated. That's that's the Alvin Kamara we know. He is 100% motivated, 100% behind Rizzy. He has a coach that is about winning. He cares about winning football games.
Well, you saw the gestures that he was making. You could see it in his facial gestures that he was making. He was not pleased with Dennis Allen. I think the players were exhausted with the same rah rah speech. They was getting sick and tired of the same rah, and it was not catching up to the team. The team really, he lost the team. I think he lost the game team after Sean Payton put a whipping on them in the dome. He lost. He should have been fired that game.
Right, that game
After
is what really
because
should have did
that's the
it
game that you don't lose the game in that fashion when you're trying
against
to
your own
induct.
former head coach,
Yes,
your own former teacher,
when you're
which
trying to
spoke for
induct.
itself.
That's correct. When you're out here trying to induct this guy into the Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame of the greatest quarterback in New Orleans Saints history, you're trying to induct him and send him out, right? And then you have a coach.
Audacity.
You
You
have
are,
your ex-coach in that dome showing you out.
and then Drew on being there, that you could just tell by the look on Drew's face. He was disgusted with Dennis Allen. He was disgusted. Why did we
Yeah,
not win that game? I came out here all this way just to come out here and have these fans happy. And then Dennis Allen, you
I
just
did
take
not
that away from the
expect us
fan
to
base?
win the game. I expected us to compete in the game. I expected. See, we had a rookie quarterback. I wasn't so much mad with Dennis Allen and his circumstances. I look at the football team, and the football team had quit. There was what is Dennis Allen known for? He's known for defense. He's known for one of the best defensive minds in the game. And the Saints, in the last couple of weeks, after the Atlanta Falcons, the Saints defense quit on Dennis Allen. It was the defense that said, we are no longer listening to you. You can't tell me these guys forgot how to tackle, man. You learn
Exactly.
how to tackle in Pee Wee. There was no effort. There were arm tackles in the football game. And Dennis Allen, who is known for putting the guy in the right position, has lost the freaking football team. And he has nobody to blame for the firing but himself.
You
Nobody
could
in
even
the organization. And shame on you, Mickey Loomis, because you should have been out the door with him, but we know it's politics with you. We know that you have been signed in with the organization. There's a bill you guys got to go read. If something was to ever happen, unfortunately, to the owner of the Saints, Mickey Greg Bensel, and Dennis Lauscher are the overseers of the football team. That's the reality of that Saints fans are not getting. You can say fire Mickey, fire Mickey. The only thing that's going to happen with Mickey is he's going to be promoted. That's the
or
only thing.
demoted.
He's not or demoted. And I only see him going up to president.
And that's it. And then promote Kyle Harley.
And yeah, and Kyle Harden. That's the only thing I can see. Other
And
than
that's
that,
about
but
it.
I don't know. I
Who
don't know
else?
why people don't see that. I don't see. They're not going to fire
I
this
just don't
man.
get it.
He has stock in the team. He has ownership in the team. Y'all don't realize this. I mean, we just got to be real. Shout out to Derek. Derek, turn up. You've been waiting for us to come on. Unfortunately, my son and I, we just didn't want to hear the noise. We had to take a break away from. We were so upset from last week, and we apologize to our following. We just was so not into it after that game, and when the firing of Dennis Allen, we just was not into it. But go ahead, Derek.
Man, I just want to say happy who that.
Do that.
I'm gonna just make
Who
it
that?
brief, man. I just don't see nothing positive right now, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I just don't see no positive out
Right.
this team right now. I think they all over the place. Nobody don't know what to do. I mean, I like the coach energy, but
I mean,
that's like,
you asked for him to get fired. You was one of the ones I could say that's been for
I'm
the last 2 or 3 years. You've been the one saying that Dennis should be fired. He shouldn't have never been the coach. And you get your wishes, and you're not happy. You're not a little bit optimistic that
no, because
you
I'm
got
not
to
I'm not
change that
happy
you want.
because no, I'm saying I'm not happy because the team's still in disarray. They had a chance to fire him early in the season when nobody was hurt. Not everybody hurt, and you just say, "Oh, he gone." So we still
Okay,
in the same boat.
wait. When nobody was hurt, they were 2-0.
He should have been gone before that.
I'm trying to understand you. When
He
nobody was
should have
hurt,
been gone.
when
He
nobody
should
was
have
hurt,
been gone.
McCard
Listen,
was
the proof.
when McCard was healthy, and nobody was hurt. The Saints was 2-0. Now that they
He
went
should
on
have
this
been
long
gone
losing
then.
streak,
He should have been
go
gone
ahead.
By
when they
week
were 2-0.
5,
He
you
should have been
saying he should have
gone.
been gone by week
So
5?
he should have been gone when they were 2-0.
He should, bro. I told you
I'm
last year,
asking you a question. What organization was going to fire him at 2-0?
bro. Who you beat? The same team you lost
What
to.
logical? You beat the Cowboys. At the time, Cowboys were coming from last year. The results, we thought the Cowboys would have been good. Don't act
Okay.
like you knew the
So
Cowboys were going to be what
hold
they
on.
are now. Don't
So
do it, sir.
so you mean?
Don't do it. You're not going to do it.
Oh wait.
You cannot say
Wait. Let me
in
finish.
week 2 that anybody didn't think the Cowboys, after the Cowboys started the season off 1-0, we didn't think that they were going to be this bad as the Saints. You didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. Matter of fact, if I bring the tapes up, you were excited after that Dallas game. I got the
What
tape
did I
to
tell
prove
everybody?
that you
Now I
were
just told you.
excited.
No,
Now
I
you're
told you.
backtracking.
Nope, I told you he got till week
No,
5.
you didn't say he had to go in 2
Nah,
games. We were 2-0, and you were excited
no,
about the offense. You were excited about the offensive coordinator. You was excited in the direction the team was going. Now you're going back on your words. I do
no,
give you credit.
no.
I
You
give
know,
you credit
let
because you
me.
said for the last 3 years you've been holding down the same shit. But now what you're doing is wrong, bro. In game 2, none of us were saying this.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Nobody
I'm
said
trying.
fire Dennis Allen in game 2.
I told you, and Nas, and if his son was here, he'll tell you. I've been saying it since game. I wanted to wait till game 5 or 6, and I would give my
All
outtake
right,
on
then
Dennis
you
Allen.
said that legitimately.
But that was just, that was only
5 or 6.
because. Wait,
When
let me
Dennis
finish.
Allen got fired in game 7?
Let me tell you. Let me finish first.
When
The
did he
only
get
reason.
fired?
Wait, let me finish. I could break it down and you will understand. This is the
Well, go
reason
ahead.
why I said. This is the reason why I said I'm gonna wait till game 6, because people like you always was jeffing for him and talking about he
No,
get a
I
man a
support the
chance.
coach. I support the
I gave him
quarterback. I
So
support the team. Go ahead.
you swayed me into thinking, get a man a chance, get a man a chance. So I did that last year. I gave him a chance. Okay, he come back. Now he got the team. He picked the quarterback. He picked his players. Nah, okay. I said, y'all kept saying, man, just give him a chance. The man just got here. The man doing, and I gave him a chance. But I told you by week 2 of last year, that boy should have been gone. He should have been gone last year. And now the team jacked up.
Okay,
We don't have
okay.
no good on.
I can listen. I just said literally for the last 3 years, we're going into this season. You've been saying he should have been gone. I stand on that. But what I'm saying is, you in the first 2 games of the season, when they were averaging 91 punts in the first 2 games of the season, and even when they played against Philly and they were competing, you thought the team was going in the right direction.
I
Please
told you
don't be
week
one of them
5.
people to come in here and sit there and backtrack on your words. You said I convinced you. You said I convinced you. But what I'm telling you is that Saints fans, when the team start getting injured, once the team lost their key components, their wide receivers, their running backs, they lost key components of the offensive line, the Saints went on a losing streak. And you can blame that on Dennis Allen, but you can also blame that on the players in their own conditioning. Okay? So it goes both ways, my brother. You can't just say coaching was the whole ordeal in this matter. Not in the first 5 games of the season. Now, when they
so let me
started
ask you
to
this.
quit on Dennis Allen, I agree he should have been fired.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What happened last season?
Why am I bringing last year? Last year was 9-8.
Go see if it's true.
Last year they were 9-8, sir. They went from their first year. The first year, we all gave them a pass. They were 7-10.
7-10.
They improved on 7-10 to go 9-8. We thought they were going to make a jump to the 3rd season. That's why they gave him another shot. He had a winning record. So the Saints gave him the 3 years that you normally give a coach. You normally give them that 3 years. And
so let me ask you this. All 3 years, you really thought this man was doing a hell of a job. All 3 years.
I didn't say that. I said he didn't do a terrible job, but he didn't do a good enough job to keep his job. And injuries played a part of him losing the football team. Injuries had a lot to do with it. I'm not delusional, sir. I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm not going to act like Shaheed or losing Olave and losing your top offensive center and your 2 guards. You're not going to tell me any people can withstand and losing key components of the defense and think that they can be a winning team. That's not reasonable.
Okay, so you just sat here. Wait, let me say this. You just sat here for the first few minutes I was listening to you, and you were saying that he lost the locker room. You said that. You think it started this year that he lost the locker room?
I said that he lost the locker room. To be exact, I said when he decided to go against, when he went out publicly and apologized to the Atlanta Falcons, James Hurst.
So that was last year. That was last year.
All right, the end of last year. Listen, I said based upon the players, but Mickey Loomis was trying to give the man another shot at. I said based upon the players. They start giving into him after the final game of the year. So when I'm telling you, I'm understanding what you're saying. The Saints still were competing. They were still competing. There was not no let off. The first 2 games of the season, they were competing. The 3rd game of the season, they were competing. They lost to the Atlanta Falcons by a field goal. They were competing. So my whole point to the matter, they quit. The team quit on him the last 3 weeks against the Denver Broncos, giving up all of them punts to the Denver Broncos. That's when they quit. And when they quit, that's when you're supposed to fire the coach.
And that was last year, right?
No, we're talking about this year. How is that last year? They were 9-8. They were 5-0
Yeah,
at the end of the season. I mean 4-1. They were four
even
and
if
one
it,
going. How you gonna? What are you talking
bro,
about? They were on a four. They
that
were
was the
4-1
worst.
at the end of the season, sir.
Wait, hold on. Let
They
me
were
get him.
9-8.
Ask
They could have
Fox to this.
very much made the playoffs. I understand your feelings. Your guy is gone now. Let's move forward now. You've been wanting the dude
See,
gone. He's gone.
okay. So I'm not saying you making it seem like I'm harping on. I'm just telling you right now. This has been brewing for a long time that they've been in shambles. This ain't nothing that happened 5 days ago when they fired him. I'm talking about this.
Well, to be honest with you, they were in shambles in Sean Payton's last 2 seasons. Let's just be honest. The last 2 seasons of Sean Payton was the organization was falling apart. Don't put that on squarely on Dennis Allen. Go look at the last season of Sean Payton, the last 2 seasons, and it was identical to what the record is to Dennis Allen. The last 2 to 3 seasons, we have been mediocre. So don't just put it on Dennis Allen, sir. The Saints dropped the ball when they traded up to get Marcus Davenport instead of going and get Lamar Jackson. That's what they did. That was the ruining of our franchise. The Saints unnecessarily went and got a guy like Marcus Davenport, and they could have stayed back and got their franchise quarterback like other great organizations do.
Okay.
Part of the reason I already know part of the reason why Sean Payton did that. Everybody's not paying attention. Most majority of everybody not paying attention to that part. Why didn't Sean Payton? Why didn't you go get P.
We're gonna
Holmes?
have to
Why
mute your
didn't you
mic
go get
until one
Lamar
speaks.
Jackson?
Whoever got the noise in the background, we're gonna have to speak one at a
That's
time.
me, man. Hold on. That's me. That's me.
Go ahead,
Let
Nas.
me get it.
Part of that reason on it's like 3 reasons. The Davenport thing, he felt like we had to address defensive end that year. Number 2, we had to address corner. And 3, the additional reason, why do you figure he didn't draft Lamar Jackson? It's because what? He was implementing on doing the same thing with Taysom Hill at that point in time. He figured, I ain't got to draft no quarterback. I ain't got to draft no dual threat
Stupid.
quarterback out the first round. I could have just ran with Taysom Hill because, hey, we already got a dual threat quarterback on the roster.
Well,
And
well,
then look what
let's
happened.
talk
That
about
game
Jordan
plan,
Love. You had Jordan Love too. You didn't just have. You had an opportunity to get Jordan Love at that time. I remember all. The Saints could have had their franchise quarterback.
Jordan Love. I even desired Desmond Ritter.
The Saints. I know that ain't no Desmond Ritter. Boy, you out your mind. Ain't nowhere in the world. Desmond Ritter not even in the NFL. I think he on somebody's backup roster. Desmond
He's
Ritter.
in Vegas now.
Desmond
He
Ritter,
in
man.
Vegas now.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Desmond Ritter. I would have been out there on picking him because that was the worst draft that happened for the Atlanta Falcons. Even they regretted that shit. That man is hot garbage, and you just brought up Desmond Ritter. You just be picking
They went off that
trash
man. That
quarterbacks.
man was.
I
They went
mean,
off
that
that
man
man
was
because off of
trash, hot
potential.
garbage.
They went off what he did rookie year. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna end well for Atlanta. They could have just went with
No, they
Heineke as a
shouldn't have
bridge
drafted that
starter.
dude. And made him they starting quarterback. But that was their issue. I'm glad we didn't go get him. I'm damn well happy we didn't go get him. And let me tell you something right now. And shout out, we see EJ in the chat. We wonder when that boy gonna get up on the panel. Okay, now let's get back, and I'm gonna get back to Derek. Let's get back to Darren Rizzi. And what do you like about the interim coach?
I just like his energy, man. That's something that the team been missing, and that's all I've been asking Dennis Allen to do, man. Get some energy, get some fight. And I'm not saying he's the future, but I'm just saying I love his energy. I like what I've been hearing online about how the team responding in the locker room. But I mean, that's all I can say, man. At this
You
point, I'm
must
just
got
ready
some
for.
horses or something in the back of you, huh?
No, man, I had to work today, man. I usually don't work on Sundays, but I had to work
Oh,
today.
yeah, because you sound like you got a whole cattle going in the back.
No, man, I'm at somebody's house helping my guys on with detail on a couple of cars for this grant
Well,
family.
but we'll mute your mic for a second. Now, we're going to
I
move
got
on
you.
and we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, the importance of this game. No matter how
Mm.
bad these two football teams, if one is good, one is bad, we do know that you cannot underestimate the bad team in this rivalry.
Especially
On
with this
any
being
given
our
day,
chief divisional rival.
yeah, on any given day, one of the teams can win. Okay, so what is the likely chance the Saints pull off in the Superdome with the new interim coach? What is the likely of us beating and upsetting the Falcons? And how optimistic are you that Alvin Kamara is the captain? And it took him all this time. Now it makes me wonder. He didn't want to be a captain, and all of a sudden, when Dennis gets fired, he accept the captain's position.
He
Come on, man.
re-accepted the captain badge back.
I mean, make it make
He
sense.
got demoted. He got demoted from that captain badge and then got it
Well,
back.
he got it back. It's just all of a sudden he gets it back. But we got EJ. EJ's about to take back over. Thank God.
Thank God. I thought you liked the
I'm not
leadership
long. I'm
role.
not long winded like I used to be.
Yeah, Air 504. What happened, man?
Dang, EJ, you sound like you just woke
Sorry,
up.
guys. It's another NFL Sunday, man. But let me tell y'all something, man. And guys, I had a long I had a long Saturday night
I could
because
tell
after
you was after what happened. I knew you was
what I
like
seen LSU
you was just
display in Death Valley, I'm gonna just tell you right now, in New Orleans sports and in Louisiana sports, it has just been a horrible year.
I don't know what's going on, but you sound like
A
you.
horrible year.
Brian Kelly got to go.
LSU,
Brian Kelly
Saints,
got to go.
uh,
Your sound, EJ. Everybody
Pelicans,
telling you your
Tulane
sound. EJ, you're still talking and your sound, bruh.
is the only
EJ, your sound,
bright
son.
spot right now.
Can everybody tell him his sound?
I got
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
on
what
the LSU part,
that's what happens
Brian
when you
Kelly
be
got to go.
traveling. Well, first of all, Louisiana, all Louisiana teams are not playing bad. Go Tulane. Tulane 8-2. Just romped the Temple Owls. They got a chance if they went out and with a little bit of luck from some other teams, they can actually get in the playoffs. So not all of the Louisiana teams are playing bad. Now I can agree with him with the Pelicans, the way they start their season off injured. I could agree the way LSU is playing right now. I could agree with the way the Saints is playing. It's been horrible, but let's not forget SSU and Tulane, some of the other teams, the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Like Southern University. Let's give some props to the ones and Louisiana Lafayette who just Louisiana Lafayette is ranked number 25 in NCAA, and Tulane is ranked number 20 in the rankings. So that's I know that doesn't sound sexy to Louisiana people, but Louisiana is not all playing bad in sports
Mm-mm.
right now.
Yeah, we doing good with Tulane. Now
EJ was
with
having
LSU,
technical difficulties. I'm assuming that he was driving and trying to get back home. He was hey, he was talking in slow motion, slow motion. That's what he was sounding like to me. I don't know about y'all. Did he sound horrible to y'all?
Nah, just like bad reception. Bad reception.
Yeah, hard. But Derek Turner,
Yeah, bro, I'm here.
is it possible that the Saints get an upset today?
I'm gonna say yeah because they're gonna play off a spirit. They're gonna play off a spirit, and they're gonna wanna, they gotta just keep moving forward. They're gonna play off a spirit, and then after that, I think they'll just settle down and we'll really know what they are.
Hey, anything can happen in football. You're,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting McCoy back. I mean, the
Next
Saints.
week we get
If,
him
if
back
the
the
Saints
Browns game.
think about this, if the Saints win today, they go to play the Browns. They go to play the Giants. I think they play the Giants. The schedule starts to get very little soft now. And all I'm saying is this: if the Saints fool around and make a run and get healthy at the end, the Saints could be 10-7 and make the playoffs. That's a possibility, sir. So, I mean, I don't never rule out nothing in football. Call me Mr. Optimistic person. If they win today and determine on how they win today, if they win. Hey, a new coach, new change. Why not think that we can get back into this?
Mm-hmm. To see what it's like. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see this is really gonna up the ante for the players because they're
And
gonna
then we're
be
gonna
playing with some
find out if it was
motivation.
truly Dennis Allen. Because
Mm-hmm.
if the Saints go on a run and they start playing for the new coach, then it's gonna be really bad for Dennis Allen, y'all. It's gonna be really bad for him if this team turn around and make a large run with Darren Rizzi. I've seen it happen in the NFL before. I don't know if y'all remember that the New York Giants had started the season off 0-6, went on a tear, and went in and made the playoffs, and went on to win the Super Bowl. So when I hear Saints fans be Debbie down and act like this has never happened, it has happened in the NFL. Okay? So what do you think about that, Derek? Nas,
Now,
what you
I'm,
think
I'm
about?
with you, man. I mean,
Go ahead, Derek.
I was saying, man, I understand what you're saying, man. Like I said, I'm just gonna wait. I want to see them play. Like I said, I think they need to win today because they're gonna play with a lot of spirit. They got their ass whipped by them the last time, and I just think that they're gonna play with a lot of spirit. I'm waiting until next week to see who the team really is.
I mean, they played Jameis. Now, we would have thought that Jameis would probably come in the dome next week when we played Jameis. And we would have thought when Jameis come back next week in the dome that he would be trying to get revenge on Dennis Allen. Now that Dennis Allen is not the coach, I think it's going to be a little bit of a letdown for him now. I mean, who he's going to really get some revenge on?
Oh, the page gonna be going jumping about James. James,
Oh, Jameis,
James,
Jameis. They're
James.
gonna,
Oh
look,
God.
they're gonna be beating their meat. James.
Oh my God. I'm like, no, I'm saying, shout out to Alan Smith. He even said this. We thought it was bad when Jameis got stopped talking about. Wait till he comes back to the dome and plays us. That page is gonna go.
I don't care. Look. Jameis showed me who he was 2 weeks ago. He threw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He beat the Ravens. And look what he does the next week. He throws 3 interceptions.
Jameis is who he is, though.
That's who
1 minute
Jameis is, man.
he's
That's
a
who Jameis is.
he's 1 minute he showcases what he should look like. Then the next minute what Skip Bayless say best? He just lays an egg.
Well,
It's basically
people
it's
telling me,
base.
Carl, I think Carl want to prove Saints fans wrong. When Carl plays Jameis, I think Carl want to prove because he done heard so much. I think Carl, from hearing what he heard from Michael Thomas, I think Carl might have a big game today, y'all.
Oh, Carr may have a chip. Carr got a
I
chip.
think Carl might have a big day just because New Orleans, because the fans and Michael Thomas, and all the shit that they have said about this man, I think Derek Carr might pull a big game out today. It's crazy, because my thing is this. It's not that Michael Thomas was wrong. He could have been right, all 100% right. But when you are not playing for another team in the National Football League,
and you do it to your former
and you're
teammate and
doing
air
this to your
dirty laundry
franchise
out
who paid you
publicly,
all of that
that's
money,
where I got a problem with it. That's
right?
why I said I'm like,
And
he
it's
makes points
destroying his
about
legacy.
Carr's tendencies at the same time. He's wrong in approach of it. If I got an issue with a former teammate of mine and or a current, call my phone, text my phone, bro. No,
Yeah.
that's childish and corny. Grown men don't do that. You air each other out on social media. No, Mikey, no, bro,
You
no.
don't do that shit on social media. You don't air out. And my thing is this: you can be right at the same time be wrong.
In way of approach, he's right in what he's talking about. At the same time, he's wrong in the approach of how he did it.
I mean, what is he going to gain? He's really losing his legacy. And EJ, I want to ask you about that. I'm glad you on here about what is Michael Thomas going to gain by trying to tarnish Derek Carr's legacy. Go ahead.
He's not gaining anything. He's not going to play another down in the NFL ever again. I think a lot of you Michael Thomas fans don't realize that, and that's what the crazy thing is about Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas let everybody hype him up and everybody encourage him on Twitter and say, "Yeah, Mike, you was right." And okay, Mike, you were right, but you won't see the field again, man. You won't be on another team again because 31 other NFL teams watch how you're acting on social media.
Exactly. He's
So
wrong in
Sounded like
approach on
AB.
what he did.
Sounded like Antonio Brown.
yeah, I mean, that's
I heard
basically
that. He's the
that's
NFC
basically the same
version
things
of
Antonio
Antonio
Brown was
Brown.
doing. That was Antonio Brown all over again. The only difference is Antonio Brown, he walked off on the field and was acting stupid on the field. Like your actions are watched just as much on the field. There is off the field as well. When you're, using Twitter fingers and going after people and talking crazy, no matter how much you don't like them, you realize Alvin Kamara didn't say anything about Dennis Allen. And we figured out that Alvin Kamara didn't like Dennis Allen the whole time, but he never said anything. He never went on social
He just
media.
put it in a way
He,
to where if he said
he
what
was
he really
quiet
meant to
the
say,
entire time until the man got fired. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to call nobody out and say anything about anybody because that makes you look bad as the player. Nobody's going to want to play with you if you're throwing people under the bus. And that's what happens with Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, I'm telling y'all, is not going to see the field ever again. That's
EJ,
just that's what it is.
Didn't Michael Thomas recruit Derek Carr to come to New Orleans and turn around and stab the man in the back? Wasn't it him who was turning his back on Jameis Winston, behind Jameis Winston's back, recruiting for Derek Carr?
That's another thing too. Like which is funny to me. Michael Thomas was one of the main ones.
He did a CD Deuce move where
he
went and recruited Honey Badger. He told the team to recruit Honey Badger, and then all of a sudden he trash talking Honey Badger.
Right. I mean, he
put 2 and 2 together.
He literally was one of the main ones talking about Derek Carr is the guy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the playoffs. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to break records. Like he was talking all that craziness about, about Derek Carr and how much he liked Derek Carr. And now the script is flipped. Like a lot of y'all don't really listen to these players and everything. Y'all are so in love with them and y'all so infatuated with these players that y'all don't even realize how stupid they sound. Y'all don't even realize it. Y'all were doing that with CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Y'all remember Drew Brees, EJ, when Drew Brees threw that ball high to Reggie Bush and damn near got Reggie Bush's head knocked off by the Philadelphia Eagle cornerback who said, and they you don't remember that when he damn near ruined Reggie Bush on an out route? Did y'all really believe
it was a wheel route? That was a wheel route.
Did Drew Brees try to get him I mean, nobody made over that. Some people did, but when all quarterbacks have led their wide receivers into some mess before. I done it in high school. I
Hmm.
think we all are guilty when you play quarterback that you may overthrow the guy or you might throw it too high or throw it too low. Why is they only going at Derek Carr? It's unbelievable.
The fact and the reality of the situation is on that. Okay, look, yeah, it was a poor throw. Okay, Derek could have thrown the football a little bit better to Chris Olave on that play. But the fact of the matter is, Chris Olave needs to take a break from football. This is his fourth or fifth
He
concussion.
already did. He's out for the year.
Um,
Fourth concussion. He's
okay,
on
fourth
IR now.
concussion.
He on
Yeah,
IR
fourth
now.
concussion in the league. And Tua Tagovailoa was another one in the league that has had history with concussions, man. Chris Olave, he just needs to take time right now and really figure out, a way to go ahead and be safe out on the football field. Or if this is worth it for him to keep on playing. Because when you keep getting concussions like this in the league, you start to worry about your own health going forward. Now people want to find ways and find situations for Derek Carr to go ahead and get, cut and get mad at him and everything. Don't look. Yeah, like I said, it was a bad throw, and
Hmm.
Derek could have thrown that ball a lot better. But he did not try to get Chris Olave hurt. He did not try to get that man a concussion. He did not try to get him thrown out the game. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay, and I understand people are ready to get rid of Derek Carr and everything, but it's just not as easy as it is with getting rid of Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, literally, it took everything for Dennis Allen to get fired. It literally, Miss Benson had to step in and do that, because if it was up to Mickey Loomis, I think Dennis Allen would still be finishing out the season right now.
Oh my God. You want to know?
So I
Everybody
think a
already
lot
know
of
Because
them
why,
don't
Mickey,
even
EJ.
Mickey,
realize.
Mickey,
Mickey is
Mickey
butthurt about
has
Sean Payton leaving.
bro. Let me tell you
That's all
something.
it is.
Mickey, what happens is Mickey has an ego problem. Mickey just don't want to. I think Mickey would have fired him, but Mickey wanted to fire him at the end of the season. He don't because if you look at it, the Saints have not fired a coach since 1980. Since
Yeah,
1980 in the season. Do y'all realize that?
yeah.
They just
And
don't
then
operate like that.
Money
It
Mickey,
shocked me. Don't get
he's
me
just
wrong,
one
it
of them
shocked me.
GMs he's just one of them GMs, like, great guy, is just when it comes down to firing, he's just stuck in his ways.
Mickey
Well,
is a very stubborn guy. He's gonna stick to his path and how he's done
He
things over the years. I
but
like
I
the
exactly
way
love I
stuck
love
in
Miss
his old
Benson, EJ.
ways.
it's happened. It's happened before. In 2006, we didn't know what the hell was gonna happen, and it worked. In 2017, not gonna lie to you, we got a little scared there, but things changed because that was like the third straight season before in 2016 where Sean Payton went 9-7
7 and 9
season.
seasons.
I mean, yeah, 7-9
Uh-huh.
seasons. So, like, yeah, we can sit there and we get mad at Mickey, but then we got to wait it out. We got to see what he has up his sleeve for one more year. Now, next year, if things don't look like they're in the right direction and he's moving us in the right direction, by all means, I think Mickey needs to, like, get cut loose. Miss Benson needs to step in and just be like, "Hey, Mickey, we need to go in the right direction, another
They're gonna
direction, or
probably
something like
promote
that."
him easy. I had to tell you because you my son, and what y'all don't know when Rita, you were so young, but when Rita LeBlanc Benson was trying to get the team from Tom and they was gonna move to San Antonio, one of the things that happened in the clause is when Tom Benson had wrote that Greg Bensel and Dennis Lasher and
And
Mickey
Money
Loomis,
Mickey.
they would, if something should happen to his wife, that they would run the organization into the sale of a new team. So that's how much power Mickey has in the organization. He has a stock in the team. So it'd be very hard just to get rid of him. That's the truth. That's just what it is. Now they can elevate him to president and allow Kyle, what is his
Kai
name, Hart,
Harley.
yeah,
Kai
Hart
Harley.
to be the GM, and they can run the organization like that. That's the only way I can see Mickey going.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. That I think Mickey Loomis, the only way he's kind of gonna get out of there is two ways. Number one, it is he steps down on his own. Or number two, I think Miss Benson does with like how she did with Dennis Allen here. She steps in, she goes ahead and she gets her opinions from all the players in the rest of
And
the
Dennis
staff.
Lasher.
And Dennis Lauscher, and I think then she'll make her decision from there. But that's the only two ways that happens. I think there's no possible way that Mickey Loomis is getting out here anytime soon on by
And it
the
ain't
way of
fired.
just getting
And it
fired.
ain't
No,
fired.
I think honestly Mickey Loomis is just gonna have to step down on his own for him to be out of this organization because he's tied too deep within this organization. Y'all don't realize the power this dude has in this organization, man.
Financially.
And he won the damn Super Bowl. They're gonna always lean on that.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He hired the Saints' first coach to ever win a Super Bowl.
We got an owner that that's still leaning on that. She's afraid of change. She's afraid that hey, she's not really really familiarized with how to
She's about sticking with who she knows.
lead in a football manner or even in the basketball manner because she's the owner of the Pelicans too, and I feel like she's not doing enough over there either. But that's because she doesn't know what she's doing. She's leaning on other people around her to go ahead and make moves and make decisions. And that's just what it is. We don't have an owner that's really experienced with this stuff right now. We gotta lean on what we have right now, which is a GM.
Let's bring that up because, and I want you to educate most of the people that follow us because I want people to understand. As people say, well, we need to get rid of Miss Benson. If you look at New Orleans, how many billionaires we have in New Orleans? Not too many. Okay, let's just be right now. That you have one person in Louisiana that's capable of buying the New Orleans Saints, and that's the dude who owned Raising Cane's. That's what we're telling you. So when y'all talk about we need to sell a team, if you sell a team, you might find an owner who's going to take the team away. So you got to be careful what you're saying, fans.
Yeah, that's very true. The thing is about Miss Benson is she's good she's good for money right now. I tell you that she'll be able. You saw how y'all saw that new locker room the Saints got and everything, and this new cafeteria that's being built, like the new operations. The stadium is looking a lot better. I mean, like she is putting money into the team. The next thing I'm waiting on her to really upgrade the Smoothie King Center for the Pelicans. That's the next thing that's probably gonna happen.
But that's already in the makings. They're already grounding on that. Yeah, they already about to do a total change to that thing.
She's putting money into these teams. It's just the thing is, like I said, the reality is that she's not the most football-minded person, and she's not the most basketball-minded person. So she's not gonna step in unless it's a dire situation, which it was a dire situation. Fans got so tired of Dennis Allen that she was like, "Oh well, they keep telling me every time I go to the games to fire this man. I gotta do something."
Exactly.
And she's gonna lose money. She had to step in.
She's gonna lose money. She said, "Money, Mickey, it's either you or DA, or both of you gotta go."
We have a brother that said, "Where is the link?" I think that's Larry. I think somebody wants the link, y'all. So drop the link, EJ.
You know what I'm thinking? This Falcons game,
look, let me tell y'all this. I know I kind of came in late on everything, and y'all was kind of talking about a lot of things, but the Saints are in a new era right now. As far as coaching staff, I always loved Darren Rizzi. Darren Rizzi, if nothing else, he's gonna bring energy. He's gonna bring
accountability.
And I like the fact throughout this week he's been able to change things up from the way since Sean Payton has been here. Because what I've heard in these practices this week is that they haven't even had like a stretching session before they even started practices. That tells you a lot, man. I know we've talked about the medical staff.
Soft tissue injuries.
Yeah, we talked about the medical
With
staff and
Darren
soft
Rizzi.
tissue
There's
issues during
Larry. Me and
injury.
Larry talked about this. Darren
We
Rizzi.
talked about soft
Darren Rizzi. The
tissue
players
injuries,
respond to it.
and
He's gonna hold his
these
players
players
accountable.
There go your
and these
favorite man on the panel. Me and Larry talked about this. Me and Larry. Well, you and Larry. Like Larry.
As much as we used to disagree on a lot of things, we agree on a lot of things to this point. That's just what it happens.
Yeah, the biggest thing was Dennis Allen had to get the hell out of town.
Yep.
Well, he's
He
gone.
had to. At the same
We
time,
moving
why
forward.
take a job you knew was gonna happen to you? Why take the job? I'd have said screw that and gave him the finger.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna go somewhere
they
else.
say Taysom Hill is the Falcons killer. I never understood why the Saints have not utilized Taysom more against the Falcons. Falcons have never showed that they could stop Taysom Hill. I'm talking about, I don't
Coaching.
care what coaching staff, they have never showed that they could stop this man at all. When we lost that first game, Taysom Hill scored 2 touchdowns and he got injured, and then that's when we lost the game by the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Think
true.
about that.
And
That's
Paulson the
coaching.
Debo pass interference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Taysom doesn't get hurt, you win this
Put
game.
more
You win
points
the
on the
game.
board.
This
Put more
really
points on the
feels
board.
like a trap game for the Falcons.
Oh, the Falcons! I
For
wouldn't
us,
want to be a Falcon fan right now.
for us, like we have nothing to lose right now.
Nothing
But
to
for
lose.
them, they have a lot to lose right now. Like for us, we're just trying to get a win. We're just
If we
trying to go
win
ahead and move
and
in
we
the
go
right
on, EJ,
direction.
I'm gonna ask you this question, EJ and Larry and Nas. I know this is just some fairy tale shit, but you got a new coach. You're getting some people. You're gonna get Eric McCoy back next week. And just hear me out, y'all. The Saints about to get more healthier than hurt. They got a new coach. They got a new captain in Alvin. Alvin is captain now. What if the Saints? Let's just say this: the Saints have 7 losses right now. But if the Saints win against the Falcons, give them some confidence. They play another home game against your boy Crab Legs in the Superdome.
Crab legs.
You play them in the Superdome. You beat Crab Legs in this football team that they play for. If you beat them, that's 4 wins. You win the next game against the Giants, that's 5 wins. So then you're 2 games out of 500.
500.
So is it possible that if the Saints make a long run on a long win streak, that hey, we might be talking about a team that could be scary to a lot of teams in the back end? Because if you get 10 wins, like I said, I always said 10-7, 10-7, or 9-8 again. Who knows?
Well,
Go ahead.
like I've been saying earlier this season we got too excited in the beginning when they started 2-0. We need to take it a game at a time if we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I'm just saying working our way up.
Yeah, well,
Somebody
that's
said
the
we
thing.
still have Green Bay, but Green Bay has been losing certain games. Green Bay they're dealing with major injuries. Green
You
Bay
still
has
got
been,
Washington too. You still
and
got Washington.
that's the game, and I think we'll be a trap game for Washington. We'll be a trap game. We'll be a trap game for all these teams that are winning teams. I wouldn't want to play the Saints. We're gonna be that trap game.
Hold on. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves now, because you got to remember, what was once our strongest unit has turned into our Achilles heel now.
What?
Because
You talking about the
down,
secondary?
The secondary.
Larry, I'm gonna have to go back to what you said. Now think about this. Now I'm gonna come back at your words. Now we got a kid named Rico Payton.
But he's still unknown.
We got a kid that's named Rico Payton on his team, and I think that
Rajon
this
Wright.
kid is gonna. The NFL is all about opportunities. You just got your safety back. We got Harris back. Harris playing today. So the secondary is gonna have Alante Taylor, and it's gonna have Kool-Aid on the outside. You got Rico Payton that's gonna be out there. I like that secondary. I do. I think it's a young
And
secondary.
you got what's that dude name that we've been letting go on and off? Shamar Jean Charles.
We got Gene, whatever his name. He had a nice
Shamar
interception
Jean
last
Charles.
week. Gene Charles. I still think we're strong.
But They not Marshawn Lattimore and they not Paulson.
Lattimore haven't played much, so what?
But they still don't bring what he bring though. That's why I
But
said
what
it's
has he
unknown.
done this year? What has Lattimore brought?
See, it's
We
unknown.
just we're gonna have to see. We'll find out a
Yeah,
lot about
yeah,
I'm
this
just
team.
asking a legitimate question. In the last 2 seasons, what has Lattimore brought to the organization? The last 2
last 2
years.
seasons. Well, he showed one us that
When he
Eagles.
needed.
He showed one us that Eagles game
That one
game.
game. See,
and the
you're gonna
Browns
give me
and the
you're gonna
Browns
give me you're gonna
and
give me
that
4
Browns game
games.
in the cold.
You're gonna give me 4 games. So he didn't pick off Jalen Hurts. He picked off Gardner Minshew. Okay?
I don't care
Let's
who he
not act
picked off.
like
He did
let's
it.
not act like that was Jalen Hurts when he threw that interception.
But the thing is, he did it.
Well,
He picked somebody
Marshawn
else.
we'll
is not the
find
same
out.
dude, bro.
He made a play
We
when
He
we
got
needed.
rid
definitely
of
gonna
Marshawn
find
at the
out how
right
much.
time.
He can lock
We
down if he
definitely
still
gonna
sit down
find out how
beside him.
much
I'm
Marshawn
glad we talking
Lattimore.
about Marshawn Lattimore. Go ahead, EJ. Talk about Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, we're definitely gonna find out how much Marshawn Lattimore fares in this league. Usually, I'm gonna just talk about history real quick with y'all. When it comes down to these other athletes that leave us, usually history tell us that a lot of these star players don't have the best of careers. Now I know a lot of y'all gonna automatically go to Trey Hendrickson. Okay, Trey Hendrickson is one of the few players,
Right.
Saints players that has
And
had
he's got 10
success.
sacks again on the season.
He's
And, and,
he's
and,
he's
and
had
everybody
success.
know that
But
was a stupid move. I wanted that dude to leave.
I want to talk about like players
We
like
just could not pay the dude.
Oh, come on, let's let
Brandon,
EJ talk. Go ahead.
Brandon Cooks was never the same when he left off and went. Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams is not the same safety that he was. We all knew he was a bad tackler, but coverage wise, he was one of the best with us. And he's just not that same guy over there in Baltimore. There's a CJ Gardner Johnson, not the same guy that he was when he was with the Saints. Like there's a lot of players that when they go to these other teams are not the same players. But I'm not sitting here trying to take anything away from Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore, who knows? This may be the best thing for him in his career. Who knows? I'm just saying historically, a lot of y'all, when a lot of these players leave us, y'all just figure, oh, this was the worst mistake that we ever had, and that,
Yeah, I
this
think people
is
underestimate the
it.
system. I think they underestimate
Yeah.
the system, EJ.
Well, I just think that decision that the Saints traded him, that needed to be made.
It was
The
outstanding
organization,
trade for the
we
Saints.
were
That
we
was
were
business.
paying Marshawn Lattimore too much, and Marshawn Lattimore was being injured too much. Okay, so now the thing going forward with Marshawn Lattimore is can he stay healthy in the league now? Like can he find ways to stay out on the field? We know what type of great talent he is in the league. It's just about him staying out on the football field. And we could not sit there and keep paying a player that's not available for us every week. That's just what it is with Marshawn. Go ahead, Larry.
Oh no, I'm scratching my head.
Well, look.
But
Calvin said all of a sudden they be healed when they leave the Saints, and that's correct.
What I'm about to say is the style of the defense changed because I read what Honey Badger said. Rizzy gonna let them hunt instead of playing the way they've been playing. He said that he gonna let them go on a hunt. So that means they're gonna be attacking.
Well, Joe Woods going to be responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Woods is going to be responsible for that. You're going to start seeing a much more aggressive team. If you watch the Joe Woods teams of Cleveland and you see where he come from, Joe Woods is going to blitz more than what you seen Dennis Allen do. He's going to let it all out. I think they're going to be much more aggressive.
You're gonna let them hunt.
We're gonna see what this team look like definitely today. More than anything, I just want to see like more energy. I want to see an energized football team. No matter what, they're gonna lay it out on the line, go forward on 4th downs, be aggressive. Take it to the Falcons. You're playing the Falcons today. We hate the hell out of the Falcons. Play like you hate the hell out of the Falcons today. And then you're at home. Like
And the dome and the fans. Just because we got a bad record. Just because we are terrible right now don't mean this the Falcons, damn it.
I just want to see some effort out of them, and
they out there second lining on Bourbon Street. They out there disrespecting us. Man, y'all go out there and beat their ass.
Punch them in the mouth.
Right. Like take it to the
Gator.
And
boys,
so it
man.
is. We got a game plan for certain people. You know how that go. Darnell Mooney, Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algiers, Kyle Pitts,
Not really,
and
just lock in on them. That's all. We just gotta
mm-hmm,
lock in. Lock
mm-hmm.
in. Man,
I'm
I know
looking
he
for
lying
Like
on
I
Rico
me.
Payton,
said,
man. I want to see Rico Payton. I've been waiting to see the young kid. I loved him in preseason. I thought the kid was the Saints kept him around. He was a steal. I thought that they did
Mm-hmm.
not want him to go to the practice squad because they know he was gonna get snatched.
He was gone.
And then I want to see Jordan Mims, y'all. Jordan Mims get more carries because I think that the fact that now that we got a coach that is much more. I think Dennis Allen was holding a lot of players back. I heard what he did to Kendra Miller we thought that Kendra had another injury. Come to be that it was a lie. Come to be that it was a minor injury, and that Dennis Allen cutthroat that man and put him back on IR. And the whole coaching staff was mad with Dennis Allen about him doing that. Come to be that this man is capable of playing this Sunday. They're about to take him back off of IR as soon as possible. For what I'm hearing from the coach. Go ahead.
Nah. That brings me back to what happened with A.T. Perry and what I was talking about. How they did that, man.
Here
Same
you go,
thing.
A.T. Perry. Here you go.
I got to.
What is it? What,
He,
what is A.T.
It's
Perry
the
doing right
truth.
now?
no.
Did you
What
not
is A.T.
see that
Perry
I
man
doing
got
right now?
interview in Denver? That man
I got
publicly
to.
said
I
he
got to
lied.
because he basically hinted at that they was lying about him being injured, and now we have proof that that he actually did that, and
Okay.
we
Well,
and we and we
well,
lost a receiver and we lost a player at a position that we are dangerously thin at right now.
well,
it's
we're
We
gonna
lost
y'all
some
find some
hate
new
contributors.
guys that we never heard of. So we like
we
Pettit,
we 3 minutes
Pettit.
we 3 minutes out from the game, y'all. It's prediction time, man. I'm gonna start with you, Nas. Who's the MVP? Who wins this game? And what's the final score?
Man, I got us winning this game, and I'll give it a close game. I'll give us, say, 27-21, and I got the game MVP being Kamara.
All right, for 504. Let me hear it.
Man, I was gonna pick the Saints to lose, but then when I start seeing the coach, the way he was acting, and I see this Kamara acting like he want to be here now, he got his captain position. I think the Saints are going to be run heavy today. I think that Elvin is going to get 100 yards rushing, three touchdowns. I got the Saints pulling this game out 27-24. It's going to be the dome is going to be so exciting. Atlanta's going to be going up there thinking that they're going to beat the Saints. Groupie is going to win the game as time expires. Saints win 27-24.
Larry, what you got?
I can't give a score because like right now it's like unknown how we gonna come out. But I won't beat their ass. I just want their ass beat. That's all I want. I just want their ass beat. I, I want their beak knocked on backwards. I want their feathers plucked. I want them leaving out of here crying. I just want their
Fried
ass whooped.
chicken.
I don't
Fried
care if
chicken.
it's I don't care if it's 1 point. We gotta beat these people, bro. Because I don't want to have to go through a
Yeah,
whole year. These people talking about they swept us.
swept us and shit. I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that, man.
They're
We
going to
gotta,
second
man.
line all night on Bourbon Street. You know that, Larry?
I want feathers flying all over everywhere. I want bird guts everywhere. Just beat them. I don't care. Beat them.
There you go. I like
That's all
that,
I want.
man. I think honestly for me, like I said, I said it earlier. I think this is a trap game for them. Usually this game is flipped around where we're kind of in a trap scenario, but this is trap scenario for the Falcons right now. The Falcons are riding high, and they think they're gonna be that team going into the playoffs this year.
The
So
Falcons always Falcon.
I think the Saints come into this game playing very hard. I think we're gonna go ahead and win this game. It's gonna be a low scoring game, y'all, and I think this is gonna be a 17-10 football game. The Saints
Man,
win this
Kelvin, you
game.
must be reading my mind. I was just about to say that. I don't wish that on nobody, but
Kirk
I ain't gonna lie
Cousins
to
will
you.
get
I had
injured.
a dream that Kirk Cousins lost his season today, but I
Oh
don't
no,
want.
we
I
can't do that, y'all. We
I hate to
can't
Hey,
say
do
that.
that.
hey, hey. got to be careful with that because Michael Penix might come in there and be
I know it.
something
Light us
different.
up. Yeah.
I'd rather have Kirk Cousins in there than have to tangle with Michael Penix because he's mobile, and we don't do
Yeah,
good
but we
against
don't know
mobile
how
QBs.
he gonna be in. You know, Larry. I understand what y'all be saying. Some of these quarterbacks be good coming out of college, and some of them do not adapt to the NFL. We don't, because look at the kid in Indianapolis. Okay, so what I'm saying is,
Anthony Richardson.
let's not just dive in on these guys because they college players. Okay,
But
everybody
we
don't
don't.
adapt to the NFL.
But the thing is, we don't have no film on him, so when he come in there and he do his thing, we don't know what to expect, and he's a runner. We don't do well against runners.
We don't do
Also,
well against dual
So,
threat quarterbacks. It's been too
so
long a history.
I
I'd rather
also
keep that.
gotta say too, y'all, that Taysom will be the MVP of this game, the Falcon killer. He will be
Oh God.
the MVP of this
I
game.
gotta give it to Kamara on this one. There's gonna be a Kamara game.
All
I
right.
think
Don't be
I think
surprised you see
somebody on
Taysom Hill
defense.
running loose.
I think somebody on defense gonna step up and steal this game.
If it's gonna be somebody on defense, it's gonna be Alante Taylor.
Oh, that's a close one.
No,
I
it
just
may
think
not
he's
be.
the most hungriest player. I think he's the most hungriest player on this football team. He knows that Lattimore is gone. He knows that that's going to be his position. He knows. I just think Alante Taylor is our next coming, y'all. And we got to get
It's
ready
gonna
for
be
the next big contract. He's going to be our next big contract.
The
it's
thing I
gonna
have
be
with
really
him, he's got to work on his technique. That's all. He just got to
Well,
work
I
on
mean
his
that's
technique.
coming. That's going to come with. He's more of an outside cornerback than a slot guy anyway. He gets to go back to his natural position.
I think it's gonna be one of them young guys that they're gonna try to test, and they're gonna show him something different. They're gonna try to test one of them young guys like
yeah.
Rico Payton or Rex John Wright or
Or
Jamal Jean
Kool-Aid,
Charles
Kool-Aid.
or
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. They're gonna test one of them, and they're gonna shock Kirk Cousins, and they're gonna go to the house on him.
Might be Kool-Aid. You know,
It's going.
Alabama won last night, so it might be Kool-Aid that saved the day.
I got a feeling it's gonna be one of them. They're gonna pick on him, and they're gonna show him not to pick on him no more.
I'm surprised
One of them
Master
young
Davis
boys gonna
haven't
step
said
up.
nothing about that.
I'm leaving it alone for another time. This is a serious moment for you guys.
For Master Davis, I gotta say this. Would you agree with me on this that the way things
No,
have
I
been
won't agree
going?
with anything you gotta say right now. Y'all gotta worry about y'all
Master,
team, and I worry about
I
mine.
might, Master. If I don't get Master, I want you to know this. My quarterback that I really want to get in next year's draft is Cam Ward. But if I don't get Cam Ward, I'm thinking about getting your quarterback, Jalen Milrose, to New Orleans.
I don't want it.
Let's leave.
I
Let's
don't
leave the
want it.
game.
Hell
Let's leave it alone.
no.
He
Let's
can't
leave it
throw.
alone.
He a horrible
He
Give
could
me
be
passer.
like
Shador
Jalen Hurts.
Sanders.
He
Give
could be
me
like Jalen
Shador.
Hurts.
Shador
Miro
sits in the
can
pocket
run,
and uses
hey,
feet when
Miro can
necessary.
run like hell,
Hold
but
on.
he's not a passer.
Let's do this. Let me
I
do
think
this.
it'd be cheaper.
He's actually top 5 when it comes to deep passes. He just can't throw the medium routes. All right, that's his problem.
No,
But
he
he's
he is
Well,
top.
that
He's
could be
top.
developed. That could
he
be
is
developed.
The medium.
he Anthony Richardson 2.0.
No, he's
That
not.
could be.
No,
That could
he's
be
not.
developed.
Anthony
Well,
Richardson did not. No,
Anthony Richardson wish he could run like that boy.
He can.
it's a totally different. No, he cannot. No, he cannot.
No, he cannot.
No, he
No, he
cannot.
cannot.
No, he cannot. Jalen, we already didn't see this. No, this is not.
This,
This is not
this
the
is
same.
Michael Vick type of running, man. This guy is like Lamar
That's a
Jackson
Whoa,
type of
whoa,
fact.
running.
whoa,
And
Yes,
they
he
said
is.
they
Yes,
said
he
that Lamar
is.
whoa.
Jackson couldn't
Yes,
throw
he.
the ball. So let me tell you, if you take a guy like Jalen Milrose, like say we step back, we get him in like late round, and we get him. I think he could develop in the Saints because of his athletic ability.
I just love the fact everybody that gave up on
I like
Spencer
it, man.
Rattler.
I like it. I don't want no. I
I'll
sure
give
don't
up
want
on
no
him.
Nussmeier. I sure don't want no Nussmeier.
Everybody that gave
Oh
up on
hell
Spencer
no!
Rattler.
Don't give us no Nussmeier.
I ain't gave up on Rattler. Rattler just need a real
Go for that quarterback at
Rico.
LSU. He legit.
No, indeed, man. You better leave that boy in
Shit.
a dumpster. He trashed like his daddy was.
Oof.
I
Like
can't
just like
wait.
Doug.
I can't wait
Just like Doug.
I can't wait to
Doug Nussmeier. I had
LSU.
a feeling Doug Nussmeier was related to Garrett Nussmeier.
I
That's
can't
his
Bryce.
daddy.
I can't wait
That's a
till
good
Dang.
Bryce
name.
Underwood start playing. I just can't wait, man. I need Bryce Underwood to start playing now.
It's the
As much
game
as I
Oh
on, young.
love,
man, he scares me, bro. He
Much as I
scares me.
love Garrett Nussmeier, I'm like, bro, you're
I
looking
ain't
like
gonna
your
lie to you
dad.
now, Master. Your days are gone now. Cause once that kid come to LSU,
That
LSU
boy's a
wins the
dog.
championship.
He's a dog. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog. I
The
already
Who?
know.
last time
I know
they
what to
had
expect.
him, they had a Jaden Daniels, and this guy's a Jaden Daniels.
Who?
He better than Jaden
He's better.
Daniels.
He's
He can
better.
throw
He's
it a
better
lot
than
better
Jaden.
than
Well,
Jaden
we
did.
can't say he better because Jaden is in the NFL rocking it.
But
What
LSU
I
got
mean
to
by
get a
that
new
is when
defensive
the last
coordinator.
You
big
got to
orange,
prove
the
that shit.
last
LSU got to fix that defense. They got to
man,
fix it. They got to fix that defense.
How about Tulane, y'all? My Green Wave, baby, 8-2.
Man,
If we went on out, if Boise State lose in that champ, we got a
you can
chance
go
to
ahead
get
and
that,
knock it.
that
You go
Power
ahead and
Six.
forget that theory.
Oh,
You go
Boise
ahead and forget
State, we
that
got to deal with
theory.
that running back. We got to deal with that Genie boy.
If you think Boise State is losing,
Boise always lose at the end of the season.
The
bull crap.
problem I got is that running back. That boy,
He don't go down. He
mm,
don't go down. He
he
doesn't
don't
Let me tell you
look.
something. What lost it for Tulane when we
game
lost?
on.
What lost it for Tulane was K State. We had K State. We had them. And at home, when we lost to K State, that lost our opportunity because we lost 34-14, but we were up on them like 24-7, and we lost that game.
Game on.
All
Well,
right,
y'all
the next
y'all
one
go
we
ahead
get.
and y'all get ready to enjoy this game. We'll catch y'all in the post game show, y'all. So, who that
Who
on
that?
three, man? 1, 2, 3.
Who
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 that?
that?